All right, guys, you're welcome. This is CBFX, and my name is Charles Brown, and I want to begin to talk about the weekly and forecast for GDP USD, and also we'll look at gold a bit. I believe you guys had a wonderful trading week last week. It was a bit rough, but the market was heavily volatile. And that was a quick move for most of us. We're able to catch some few pips quickly and get out of the market. I believe the rest of you also had the opportunity to. Otherwise, listen, the market is full with opportunities. There's nothing to worry about. There's nothing to fear. You just need to prepare yourself, get ready for the next week, the next day, the next week, the next day. You get it? So that's what you do. And if you had any losses last week or last 2 weeks, whichever way it has been for you, I will encourage you to know what, look into your trades, do some back testing, and then correct your errors and then move on to the next level. So this is GDP USD, and we are actually on the monthly time frame. And you're wondering, why are we on the monthly time frame? Well, we're doing a top-down analysis to be able to know where the market will be heading this week, this coming week. And the market will be opening in a couple of minutes. Oh, sorry, in a couple of hours from now. This is 4 p.m. UK time. The market normally open at from 10 p.m. On Sunday night. That should be the opening of Asia session. So, guys, listen, it's gonna be a wonderful week, and the week also full with fundamental news. We're gonna be looking at that also. But before we dive into all of those fundamentals, let's look at what the market looks like for the week. Now, the previous month, which is the month of September, we had the market created a massive drop and then push all the way back up and close at this level. So we can see that the market closed. Just a minute, close up here. All right, and then open up. It closes and then open up, push down a bit this month, and then started heading back up all the way here. You can imagine this was a bullish push up all the way up. Okay, now it came up here and then it's retracing back down and closes around this. Now it's not closing yet. I'm just saying the market is right here now at the present. So the market hasn't closed. Okay, this is a monthly candle. Remember, we are just on the 23rd of this month. So we still have about 7 days or 8 days, 7 days precisely, or 8 days for us to close up this month. So this candle might end up being bullish, okay, at the end of this month. We anticipate that. We hope that could be the result. But looking at it on the overall trend, on the monthly time frame, we can actually see that the market is still heading down. The market is still heading down. We see that the market has just broken all these key zones. This was a major area we're expecting that the market was going to reverse, but the market actually broke above it. I mean, broke below it. Look at that. This was a key area we're expecting market to reverse, but what we saw that the market broke below it right here. You see? So right now, what we anticipate is that the market may pull back up to retest the zone in the nearest future. All right, may pull back up to retest the zone, either break it or drop. Okay, that may happen. It might break it, retest it, and then push back up. But do not undermine this strong monthly that was a support and eventually became a resistance, because we see the market drop a bit, broke it, and then it's now underneath. So we might be looking for a proper retest on this in the future. That's just for the monthly time frame. Now, I haven't seen that on the monthly time frame. We need to move down to the weekly to look at what the market is looking like on the weekly. Now, on the weekly candle, we have another zone here where the market dropped to. So the market actually dropped to this level and then created a kind of price action there. There was a price reaction there at this level. If you put it on the last body there, you will see that the market reacted there. So let's say we put it price there. We see that price action there. The market actually broke below it, tested, and try to push up above it and drop under the moving average. So we can see that already. And also, we can see that the market could get closer to that level because of the bullish momentum that we're seeing. But there's a confusion here. Already on the weekly, I could see that the market is consolidating. How do you mean? Look at that. The first candle that pushed up. Now, let me take this out so you'll see clearly. Now, when the market dropped, there was a retracement back up, a push back up. Okay, this was a push up. Now, closing bullish candle. Look at the next candle that printed. That's a strong rejection candle, telling us the market is rejecting to push up higher. Then the next candle again, the previous week, also closed in a doji. That means a rejection candle. Then this week also closed and like an indecision candle, but more like a doji again, a rejection candle. So we have doji, doji, doji. The market creating massive rejection to the upside. That doesn't mean that the market is going to go upside. But what I can see right now, that doesn't mean that the market is going to start dropping. But what I can see right now is a consolidation right now on the weekly time frame. I can see that the market has been consolidating for the past 3 weeks. All right, that's clear enough to see. Okay, now having seen that on this weekly time frame, so I'm not going to make a decision right away. How is the market going to go? Is it going to drop? Is it going to go up? I'm not going to say that right away until I have to go to the daily time frame to look at what happened inside this box. So I'm going to look at the daily time frame. Now, looking at the daily time frame is clearer that the market is consolidating. Okay, we can see that the market is consolidating really, really fast. Okay, but the truth is, how long is it going to stay consolidating? Market push back. Look at it, break this zone. Look at this zone I was talking about. The market break this low, broke this zone, retested it and drop off the moving average. This is like a small moving average there. And then the market dropped all the way down, considering this zone here. Remember, there's a price zone here of 1600. Let me actually put it right so you can see it. Okay. That's the price zone of 1600. Price came in. Look at that. Price broke that zone, respected that zone, and then retested and dropped back to the downside. Now, this is the low of the lowest low that we talk about. Remember, this is the lowest low that we talk about, right? Price came here, create that low. So we are inside this box right now on the daily time frame. But the truth is, would the market continue in the consolidation? We are not sure. So we need to see that the market break either out of this box to the upside or to the downside. Now, the first thing you want to do to this kind of trade or this kind of analysis is to have the 4-hour to speak on behalf of this trade, the 4-hour time frame. Now, all this vertical line is talking about the daily. So it's showing me daily setup. So let me just take that off so you can see. Now, what we have here on the 4-hour time frame, now we have a clear picture of what the 4-hour time frame is. So now we can adjust this psychological level here to 006. All right, to see where price actually generated from. Now, looking at this level right here, two things is bound to happen. Number one, a trend line is recognized. We can see that there's a trend here. Okay, that's clean. And we can see that. Let me put the trend line there. We can see a trend line here. Now, that is a trend line to the upside. Now, this is on 4-hour time frame. Now, there is another, or I could do this. Let me just do this. There's one here, okay? And then there is one here, okay? Now, that will give you like what? A kind of, you're boxing it there because price can move inside this zone, all right? But this is what I see. Now, price just bounced off this trend line, not this one, this trend line as a second touch. Now, it's heading up. The question is it coming up here to 1500? Because price came up here to 1500 or 1400, then drop. So the consolidation may still continue this week. So I'm looking at two things here. Number one, will price come to this 1400? Or will price move to this 1500? Now, remember, between 1400 and 1500 is 100 pips, right? But we are looking at price already heading towards that. Now, 1300 is round about this zone. Okay, so this is 1300 here. Price is already consolidating at that 1300 right there. So already I see these things happening. Price is right there. And then I see a trend line. Let me just take this one out so that you guys will not be confused. Let me just leave just that one. Now I can see inside, first of all, on the weekly, the market is consolidating. That's how we got this box. Okay. Now we move down to the daily. We also find out that the market is still consolidating. Then we discover that the 4-hour time frame actually respecting that consolidation. Why? Creating a lower high, a higher high, a lower. Look at what it did. Push up created a higher high and created a lower high, a higher low, and then pushed up to create a lower high. And that's like, what's that? That's like a reversal pattern for me. So the market pushed to create a higher high here and dropped to create a higher low here, and then pushed up to create a lower high. You see that? So here I see a structure that is like creating a reversal, but I'm not certain yet because I am still tied to the point that the market is under consolidation. I'm still looking at that. The market is consolidating. So even though I see structure changing from the 4-hour, I could see the market is failing to break this high and then fail to break this high at the moment. The market is struggling around this level. So therefore, we could be seeing consolidation happening even on the 4-hour time frame. Now, if you look at this, what you would do is to first of all understand the 4-hour structure. What is the market doing on the 4-hour now? Forget about all of this side that the market has moved. We are focusing on what is going on inside that box right now. So we just saw that the market bounced off this trend line. So let's assume, based on what we see, that the market pushed all the way up and then created an equal top here. Let's assume that pushing up, create equal top, and then rejects. I guarantee you this next move is going to break this trend line and then retest and drop. So what would that be to you? A reversal. So you are saying that the market is creating what? The market is creating a structure here that looks like, oh, it could probably be an inverse what? Head and shoulder. It could be an inverse head and shoulder. The market could be doing that, but the reality is it's not clear on the 4-hour. I wouldn't say that that is a proper inverse head and shoulder here, but the market is acting as though that is what it looks like. Okay, so but the best thing you want to wait for is structure. So first, look at structure. So now, right now, I see the market having a challenge breaking this high. So I'm seeing a trend line. but not accurate trend line, but a kind of a pattern there. Okay, a kind of a pattern there. So I see something like this right now. So I'm thinking, what would the market do? So is it going to break this zone or reject at this zone to match up with the lower high is creating and start dropping? Possibly yes. Possibly yes. So I'm going to be anticipating this week that the market will push up to this zone and then sell from this zone. So we might have the market selling to break this low or to break this low. That's just a thought going on with this structure that I'm seeing right now. So what is going to happen? There will be some buy trade this week and some sell trade, but it is boiled down to the consolidation on the weekly and the daily time frame. Remember that. Don't forget. So just in case you have push up, push down, push back down, and then there's a massive sell, a massive buy, you say, well, we thought it was going to go up. No, the market is not trending right now, guys. So don't expect me to tell you, oh, the market is going to go up next week or it's going to go down next week. No, there's nothing like that. The market is not trending. The market is static, is actually consolidating. So you need to pay attention to that first, that the market is in a box right now. So even though you are trading it, you can't catch some good pips. Like, look at this. Last week, just on Friday alone, we have this massive push up, all right? From all the way here up there. So it can happen. You can have like 200 pip, 300 pip picks that the market will give you on Friday during this Monday opening. But what I want you to pay attention to is structure here. So I can see that the structure already respected. So I'm anticipating price action here. So what am I looking at? I'm looking at price pushing up to this zone, respecting this price action here, equal high, or probably create a lower high, another lower high, and then drop to this box to match up with this zone, to this low here. First of all, this will be your first take profit target if it is selling, and then the next one will be here. Now, looking at this structure here, because I could tell because of what the market is doing on the 4 hour. So when I get to the 1 hour, it should even be clearer that the market is under pressure and then the structure is changing. You see that? You see the structure here? Nothing is actually happening here. You can't tell me that this market is trending. This is proper consolidation that is also affecting it. So right now, what you want to pay attention to is what we have done in the higher time frame. This zone here, price acting at this zone to bounce off and drop. So we can see that this whole drop proceeded from here. So we might expect price to come and tap into that zone again, take out all the liquidity in these levels. Remember? And then tap into that head and then drop. That will correspond that the market will drop to take out this low and take out this low and take out this low. Probably here, the market will retest, or here, the market will break this low and retest on this trend line and drop again. Okay? That's what I'm looking at on GU. So generally, letting you know that GU is under consolidation. But for those of you day trading, you will be able to catch some good pips by following market structure of what the market is doing now. So you're going to follow the market structure on the lower time frame, which is from 4 hour, 1 hour, and 15 minutes entering time frame. Okay, you're going to be looking at the possibility of price selling from this zone. Okay, or the price might push up a bit and then sell from that zone. So you might see a massive push up in the morning, or probably the market may drop to this zone, reject from here. All right. You might see the market rejecting from here. Let me show you. Give me a sec. The market rejecting from here and then create chart pattern as a third bounce of this trend line and push all the way up. That can happen. And then they can take out the liquidity here, take out the liquidity here, take out the liquidity here, and then eventually from here or here, sell. That can happen. So again, that doesn't mean that there is a particular direction. It is not clear right now, especially those who are swing trading. Swing traders cannot trade GU right now, except they're already in a trade before now. So they will just stay and watch until the market break out of this box, this massive box that I found on the weekly time frame. Okay, don't trade. The only trade that you may have as a day trader is what I'm telling you now, or as a scalper. Expect price action at this level, because we can see already price is creating lower high, lower high. So it's creating lower low, lower lows. So already this is 1 hour time frame. You have a trend line here that is already broken. Price came back and tested this key zone and dropped, and came back again, tested, is already rejecting. If at all the market push back up here, expect it to respect the trend line or respect this 1300, and then price drop to this trend line. Expect price to react again on this trend line and push back up, or break it, retest, and drop. So you have to pay attention to a lot of things here, guys. I'm rounding up now. Pay attention to a lot of things here. Number one, this trend line, this key level. You want to set an alert in these zones. Let the market come there and then watch out what the market is doing. Then this trend line, ensure you have it on your chart. You want to pay attention to that as well. So when the market comes there, you will be able to make any reasonable decisions based on buying or selling, consigning, or looking at your, what do you call it, your trading strategy. And that's what you're going to do. You want to look at your trading strategy and then be able to find how you can buy there or sell from there, because the market is under consolidation. I hope that's clear, guys. This is GU. This is what I can see right now, and this is what I'm anticipating to do myself. I'm going to watch out for these zones. I'm watching out for this trend line, watching out for this psychological level. I'm watching out what prices do here after the market open, and I'm watching out what the price will do here. And that's it. These are the area of my trades. And within this zone, we're looking at about a minimum of 300 pips right there, guys. A minimum of 300 pips up and down. Okay, that's a lot of money to be made. Okay, now let's look at gold. For those of you looking at gold, I have started adding gold to my analysis from this week. So let's look at gold. Now, monthly time frame. For those of you that trade gold, let me help you out here on monthly time. Okay, obviously, if you look at the monthly time frame, it is clear that the market on gold just broke a major key level of 17. Market just break the key level of 1700. So right here, the market just broke 1700 and now retested and is heading down. So what do you mean? So it means that the market is coming to the next key level, which I presume might be, according to what I'm seeing here, the market might come to 1520 or 15. Let's say market is coming to this 1520 here at this zone. Okay. All right. Now that's what I can see. That's possibly going to happen. Now, this is on a monthly time frame. Remember, it's a monthly time frame, so it's a long term. I'm just giving you a long-term perspective here. If you look at from this zone, if you calculate that place to this place, you'll be looking at about maybe some kind of almost close to 2,000 pips. All right, but less, if not more than that. So, but let's go down to the weekly time frame and see what we have. Now, if you look at the weekly time frame, you see that the market has the possibility of trading to this zone easily, right? Can you guys see that? Because before any price action happened, we saw that the market trade through this zone easily. So if you look at the left, you see that the market is possibly going to trade to this zone by selling down. But we saw a minor push up last week. Okay, this week price dropped and started heading back up. It dropped and started heading back up. So we see again price creating a minor support here. So you're going to put that minor support there. Don't forget. So you want to watch out for this zone. Market created a minor support, and then there's already a resistance here. This one is the resistance you have here. Okay, great. Now we have this one sorted out. We will now move to the daily time frame. So move to the daily time frame. Watch what the market did. So now on the daily time frame, we can see that the market shifted down a bit to this level. So we will just mark 1600. So looking at, oh no, not close to 1600. So we see market came to 1620. All right. So we adjust it on the daily. So the market came to 1620. Now I want to pay attention to what the market is doing here, heading back up to this zone. Possibly the market may come to 1720, but I'm not sure if that will happen. The market may come to 1720 and then sell, but you have opportunity to trade to the upside on gold. Let's look at the 4-hour time frame. Now, if you look at the 4-hour time frame, first of all, you can see a trend. So what do? You position your trend line there. And did it break it? It's already broken. Did it retest? No. Trend line break, no retest. Now you can see a massive buy here that happened this week, this previous week, push up massively after dropping for a while and started buying to the upside. Why? Because price reacted to this zone. All right. It was here before and recognize it. If you knew this zone before, you would have entered this buy for this trade. But nevertheless, this week we're seeing something different. Now the market is heading up. The first thing you want to look at is where did price stop on the 4-hour before? Here, price stopped here. So you'll be looking at the area either or 1670 or 1680. So I'll be looking at those zones, and between 1670 and 1680 is over 100 pips. So you should know that because the market moves in such a speed. Okay, the market gold is very volatile. All right, gold is very volatile. So let me be sure about that. Let me just show you the zone here. I'm looking at this zone between 16, all right, 1670 to 1680. Okay, that's it. So we're looking at this zone, and I'm going to stretch it all the way there. You see that? Now, first of all, the market may react at the bottom of it. The market may react at the bottom of it. Okay, but what I want you to pay attention to is that between this zone, there is 100 pips. This is 100 pip move inside this zone. That's a big move. So from where price is now to that place as well is probably another 100 pip plus. You see that? Look at that. Price came and tested this zone before and pushed all the way up. Look at that. Price reacted to this line that I just put there. And that is from 1655, thereabout. Okay. So you're looking at that zone, but is obviously you can see the momentum of the buy that is going on is going to break it. That is setting. So if we put it on 15 now, that will be here. Okay. Yeah. So that will be 1660. All right. Let me just adjust that 1660. So you see, okay. Too far. All right, 1660. All right, leave it for 1660. That's it. Look at price reacted at it on it, several times. All right, great. Okay, now we've done this. So what we need to look at now is what price will do at that zone. Price get to that 1660, we will see price action there. Alternatively, the market might break it and then head up to 1680. That may happen. Now, looking at these zones here, what is market doing? First of all, market need to break this cycle, this lower high that it created here to create this low before any reasonable action to take place. So anyone buying now should first of all take profit at this level. Okay, first take profit here. All right, take profit there. That's the first take profit. And then you look at taking the second take profit will be here. if price get here. So looking at this zone, all right, I'm expecting price to start selling from here on gold. Remember, the overall trend is a downtrend on gold. Okay, remember that. The overall trend is a downtrend on gold. So first of all, watch out for what price will do in this at this level. Price may sell from here, but because of the bullish momentum that I'm looking at, it might still push up a bit until the buyers are losing momentum towards this key zone, and then you should expect a sell at this level. So opening week, you might still have a buy for the first few days of the trading week. Like Monday, Tuesday, you might see price push up and buying, but expect this sell between Thursday, Friday, or even Wednesday. Market can begin to drop, or even on Tuesday, the market can come here and begin to drop. So expect that. So that's what I see, because generally, if you look at the weekly time frame, the market obviously is on the downtrend and then created equal bottom right here, making an attempt to reverse. Is an attempt. So the market may push up again with another bullish candle and then reject again. So we might be finding that gold may be consolidating inside this box. But nevertheless, as a day trader, you'll be able to cash pips. But as a swing trader, there is no trade yet until price comes out of this box. So as a swing trader, you should be looking at the daily and expecting price to come to this high first. Okay? Either to create, because you're going to have, I'm talking to swing traders now, you're going to have your trend line here on the daily time frame, right? That's your trend line. So you will want price to break that first to be able to confirm that you're going to buy or not. But if price come to that trend line and reject, which is already intersecting with the area we already aligned in the 4-hour time frame for a day trader, which is that zone, you can see the trend line is just close by. So this push up might get to that trend line and also get to that zone we're looking at, and then there's going to be a powerful opportunity for you to get into the trade to sell to this level. Remember, we're targeting overall this level here, 1520 or even 1500. Price may eventually drop because price came to that low before. All right, price came to that low before, and we can see that a reversal is happening after a lot of momentum to the upside. So we can see market is dropping already, created a massive equal top, and then consolidating in between and massively breaking out of this zone by tapping into this liquidity, removing all the liquidity here, and now is heading down to this zone as well. So generally, the market is selling on gold, okay? The market is selling on gold, but there might be a little push up and then it drop. So this coming week, expect that drop to start happening either Wednesday or even Tuesday, whatever, depending on the volatility of the market. But expect that the market is going to either leave this double bottom and start pushing up. So for those of you buying the market, you take profit here and wait for price action on this trend line. If you break it and retest, then that's your continuation to buy. But remember, the market must try to break this structure first, because right now, no structure is broken. Therefore, you cannot say that the market is trending up. Rather, we will still follow the overall downtrend to look at trade this week. I think that's it, guys. We've done a very brief analysis on gold and GBPUSD. So you go back now and do your homework. Position yourself in the market. If you're a gold trader, do what you do best by positioning yourself to say, you know what, I'm only going to be selling this market. It doesn't matter how long it's going to push up, because we see the analysis already that is going to be pushing down. Again, remember, this is daily time frame. You have a double bottom here. You have a double bottom. That's a sign that the market may try to reverse, but we are not sure yet until structure is broken. So you may have a push up. For now, there is an opportunity to buy the market up to this zone. That is about close to 500 pips or even 600 pips. at that level. That's huge. Okay, that's huge. So get ready to cash that. Okay, get ready to cash that this week. Possibly. Now let me just give you a conclusive idea here of what I'm talking about. I'm looking at I'm looking at price. Eventually, this is where price is now. Head up here. Okay, head up here, right at this zone, and possibly, I'm not sure how long you're gonna take. Okay, depending on volatility. So probably by 26, 27, the market will get there. By 26, remember this daily time frame. So by 26 of this month, which will be on Wednesday, all right, the market will get there. So hopefully the market may get, if doesn't get there, this one might be the way it gets to. On Tuesday, it might get here. On Wednesday, it might get here, depending. But you still have opportunity to catch all of these pips from here, from this key level to that key zone. All right, which is about 300 and something pips. Almost, like I said, almost close to 400 pips there. Is a lot of pips. It's more than that, actually. It's more than that. It's more than that. It's a lot of pips there. Okay. All right, guys. Yes, let's look at the fundamental for the week. Let's see what we have on GU and gold. Obviously USD. Let's look at Forest Factory. Let's look at Forest Factory right now to see what the market looks like in the fundamentals. Now, remember, starting from 24th. Now, on the 24th, these are major news. So we have Euro and GBP having their news coming up. So let me look at GBP for now. For those of you that trade EU, the same thing. Be careful. Watch out for this opportunity, because right now the previous, they are expecting even lower than the previous. So the forecast is 46.9. Previous was 49.7, and this is manufacturing PMI. Okay, is majorly a little movement in the market, not that much, but it does have some impact, a lot of impact actually. Let me not give you guys a false hope, or kind of, for those of you that trade the news. I don't trade the news, but I understand that after the news is released, I know the direction to go. If it favors the market, then I will know that the market will push up. If it doesn't favor the market, I know it's going to push down. For what I mean by that is, this is GBP, right? If this forecast, like this is the forecast that they have, and this is the forecast they have, you can see that the forecast is lower than the previous. So now what we want to see is that it's positive, not negative. So the actual that will come out will be positive. If it is positive, then it means that the manufacturing PMI in the country, the manufacturing sector is making they are making a headway. They are improving. They're making money. Something is going on. The industry is booming, right? So you will expect that to happen. So if that happens, then what happens is G will push up. So the same thing with Euro. So you need to look at that first. That doesn't mean that you're going to just start buying along with the news, or selling along with the news. Wait for the results to come out. Wait for the actual. With the actual, then you now know how to position yourself. Most of the time, for the rest of the week, because this is a Monday news, for the rest of the week, depending on the results, for the rest of the week, the market will go in that direction. If the market happens to be like a drop and it affected it, and then you see for the rest of the week, you might have a downtrend just playing out. So that's what I want you to pay attention to. especially when you're looking at fundamentals in the mornings. Let's look at the next one on the 25th. Okay, there's not much, especially on USD. This is not this is not major news that you want to, especially the only thing I will focus on here is Waller speaks, Mr. Waller speaking. So want to look at this one here when the Waller speaks, but it's not really going to be a major issue because by then a lot of you are out of the trade. Close your trade, get out. The only thing you want to look out for is this central bank consumer confidence. I'm not sure consumer confidence, but we're looking at that. It's going to be not an issue actually, so don't worry about it. The next one is 26. Yeah, this is on Wednesday. We have a lot of news coming on from AUD for those of you that trade AUD and CAD. So watch out, be careful. All right. For those of you trading CAD, be careful because you're going to have massive news there. Then a little bit of you. This week is about Euro news, Euro fundamentals. So pay attention to Euro and USD. Apart from that, this is Friday. Yeah, we have CAD again coming up, and I also have Japanese yen. So these are not my pairs, apart from USD and also GBP. So obviously gold will play along with USD and CAD, and also Australia. Remember, Australia is where the gold is coming from, the major move of gold. You want to focus on Australia pairs, Australia currency pair like this one, this CPI. This is going to be massive on gold. Pay attention to this CPI, which is on Wednesday on AUD. So gold is going to respond to it massively. Okay. Yeah, I think that's what it is, guys. We've done it, and that's about 45 minutes on this analysis. I believe it's going to help many of you who are trading gold and GBPUSD. Any question? Do you guys have any question, any comment? Now, if you're watching us on YouTube or watching us on any of these videos, wherever channel you're watching us from, don't hesitate to join us. And also, you can get more of this analysis in our Telegram group. The link is in the bio or is in the description below. And subscribe to the channel as well on our YouTube for more of these weekly. Thank you, guys. For those of you that is watching me directly on Zoom, if you have any questions, we'd like to take those questions now.